In this Landlord how-to video, we'll be showing you how to send and sign digital lease agreements and addendums using liv.rent's built-in contract features. Keeping track of important documents is an important part of a landlord's duties, but it's easy to get bogged down in paperwork, especially if you rent out multiple units. liv.rent makes it easy to keep track of your contracts with secure digital storage and e-signatures, so you never misplace a document again. We'll be breaking the contract process down into 3 simple steps. First, we'll go over how to add parties to the lease. Then, we'll cover what's in a standard lease agreement and how to provide rental terms, like the duration of the lease, rent price, and other key information. Finally, we'll be showing you how to use liv.rent's lawyer-vetted lease addendums to create more comprehensive lease agreements. Let's get started. Once you're logged into your liv.rent landlord account, start by clicking Listings, then View Listing, then Contract. In BC and Ontario, liv.rent's digital lease agreements are based on the standard provincial lease agreements provided by either the RTB or LTB. Let's look at Section 1, Parties. Here, you can add both signing tenants as well as non-signing tenants. For example, children or tenants who aren't financially responsible for the lease. Select Add a Tenant to continue. If the tenant has already applied to your liv.rent listing, you can simply select from Applicant List, then select Tenant and click Add. If you met the tenant outside of liv.rent, instead, click Add New Tenant, then fill in the mandatory fields like first and last name, phone number, and so on. Then click Add. External tenants will receive a link via email prompting them to log in or create a liv.rent account to sign the contract digitally. The Landlords and Agents section will automatically have your name filled in. To add additional landlords, you can upgrade to liv.rent's growth plan to allow 2 to 3 users per account, or our business plan to support teams of up to 15. Additional landlords must be added as a managing user for that specific listing. To do this, simply click Add a Landlord, then select the landlord you'd like to add. Once you've added the necessary parties and additional managing landlords, click Next in the bottom right corner to proceed to the next section, Rental Terms. Start by filling in your basic contact info. Mandatory sections are marked with a red asterisk. Next, add in the lease terms. These will be pre-filled based on the information you input when publishing your listing to save you time. You can edit this as needed. For the field When Lease Expires, your contract will automatically move to a month-to-month tenancy once the initial agreement ends. You can only request that the tenant move out at the end of the tenancy for legal reasons, with the proper notice given. For more information, it's best to consult your local Residential Tenancy Act or Landlord and Tenant Board. If your unit is part of a strata, you can fill in the strata lot number now. This will be automatically filled in if your property is in our building database. Moving on to rent info, the price and payment frequency will also be pre-filled from your listing, but you will need to select the payment date. If you're in BC, the security deposit will automatically be calculated as half of the first month's rent. In Ontario, landlords can request a rent deposit of up to 1 full month's rent, or the rent for a given period, whichever is less. Features and utilities will also be auto-filled from your listing, but can be edited by checking or unchecking the boxes as required. Additional rental terms such as pet policy and parking and storage information are propagated from your listing as well, but again, can be edited as needed. You can also add additional fees here. For example, if parking was negotiated as part of the lease agreement, you can add a parking fee, then simply fill in the parking fee amount and payment frequency. Finally, you can add in any other extra fees or payments as required. Just make sure these comply with your local tenancy laws. Once you're done, click Next in the bottom right corner to move on to our 3rd step, Addendums. Note that lease addendums are only available as part of liv.rent's growth and business plans. You can upgrade your plan as needed to unlock advanced rental features like addendums, additional marketing features, and our comprehensive tenant screening tools. Our addendums are industry vetted by a team of lawyers designed to cover basic considerations most landlords will have. You can choose from addendums for items such as smoking, subletting, Form K, and more. Preview the addendum by clicking on it or customize it as needed. For example, let's click Add Smoking Addendums to toggle specific areas where smoking is allowed. Click Back. Select addendums as needed or click Select All, then Add to Contract to include all of the preset options. You can edit each addendum by clicking the pen icon on the right side of each addendum. Remove addendums by selecting the red Remove option in the top right corner of the pop-up. The additional tags and symbols you'll see here are for HTML formatting, but you can edit using plain text as well. If you edit your addendums, please ensure that they're compliant with local laws, as any edited content is no longer vetted by our industry experts. Click Save Changes in the bottom right once you're done. Landlords on LiveRent's growth plan can also add their own custom addendums. Scroll down to Add Addendums, then create one-time addendum. Add a title and describe your custom addendum using plain text. Then just click Create Addendum in the bottom right corner. Once you've filled in all the lease details and added any addendums you'd like to include, click Preview in the bottom right corner. In BC and Ontario, you can click View Full Agreement to see the lease in draft form, formatted with the fields filled in and addendums attached on the final few pages. If you're satisfied, close the Draft tab to go back to the Lease Builder. Click Continue, scroll through to read through our terms, and check the box to agree with LiveRent's terms and conditions. And finally, click Send. Your newly created lease and addendums will then be sent to the requisite parties for approval and signing. In just minutes, we created an automated, error-free, and comprehensive digital contract using LiveRent's tools. Once signed and completed, you'll be able to access these contracts at any time, right within the LiveRent platform. For more how-to videos and guides to LiveRent's landlord tools, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.